You're watching the TGM production.
And now for something completely different.
Hello and welcome back to, and now for something completely different, the YouTube channel that's actually trying to be a TV show / web series where I delve into the world of comedy, mainly from Britain, but if British comedy goes abroad, I accept that as well. This has been a while since I made a last film, is what I now call them. And today, we're talking about the announcement that came on Wednesday, the 4th of February 2026. The full cast announcement for Saturday Night Live UK, coming to Sky and Now on the 21st of March 2026. This is a press release by Sky themselves. So this is directly from the horse's mouth. Now, you will have seen some of the promo photos in my photo collage that is the thumbnail. I need to find a better word than thumbnail. So, let's read the article exactly. Apparently, fun fact for you, apparently, the cast photos on the press website for Sky UK and Ireland, it's 14 megabytes. Ooh, didn't know that. Didn't think I needed to know that, but I now knew. I now do. I now do. I now do. I now do know that. So let's talk. Let's see if the rest of the entertainment have talk about this as well. They might do on Tuesday. That's a podcast, by the way. So, Sky, I'm going to rephrase this. Every time I say the word today, I'm going to rephrase it to yesterday, because that's what happened. As we speak, Sky yesterday revealed the 11 comedy players who will take to the stage as the inaugural cast of Saturday Night Live UK, the first ever British incarnation of the NBC Legacy Late Night Comedy Showcase. Now, before we go any further, let's just talk. Last year, the US version of SNL celebrated its 50th anniversary and released a 3-part brilliant documentary. But I don't like SNL, Saturday Night Live, in America. I don't like the US version. I don't think the comedy's great. I don't think the humor's funny at all. But there's a lot of... I like US sitcoms, but there's a lot of US sitcoms I'm not a fan of. So, the style of humour that show has is very American. I know that a lot of British creatives in the comedy world like it, but for me personally, in the comedy world, I'm not a fan of it. But I do like these comedians that I mentioned. I do like British comedy, so I do think this will be even better. But that documentary was fantastic. But the film, nothing happened. I mentioned this in an interview recently, but nothing happened in that film, right? But if you want to hear my opinion on that, check out that interview on Tom Mason, The Interviews. So, where were we at? Sorry. The 6-episode Sky Original series will kick off next month on the 21st of March, ending the wait for UK audiences to hear the comic lines live from London. It's Saturday night! Yes, because on the US version they go, it's live from New York. It's Saturday night. Because New York is their London, if you will. So London is not only just the capital of the UK, Great Britain, United Kingdom, but it's also the main place most people think of when they think of the UK. They don't think of Birmingham and Bolton and Preston and Wigan and Cheshire and... I don't know. Hampshire and Wiltshire and Devon and Cornwall. They don't think of those places. They think of London. So, live from London, it's Saturday night. Yeah. And I'm doing that with all the energy that it deserves. It deserves that energy. The SNL UK cast are... Now, for some names that I'm worried I'm going to mispronounce, I shall spell, because I don't want to get any name wrong at all. So, we have the cast are Hammond, A-N, this is his last name I'm spelling here. So his first name is Hammond, spelled Hammed. His last name is spelt IM ASHAUN, and then Iwadi Bambir, which is pronounced, I've mispronounced that horrifically. I do apologise, but her full name is spelled AYOADE, and her last name is spelled BAMGBOYE. And because we're on a portable device, let's see what the computer wants to say it's pronounced. Let's see. Let's just pretend it's French. Let's listen to the English version. Audio, please.
Ayoadi Bamboy. Ayoadi Bamboy.
Now, that might not be the perfect translation, but
Ayoadi Bamboy. Ayoadi Bamboy.
But that is as good as we're gonna get. Let's find out the first name to make sure that we're pronouncing it correctly. Because I praise myself for making sure that it's pronounced as correctly as possible. So let's.
Hamdan Imashorn.
Right. Okay. That's the voice of what they believe is a UK voice, and then we've got Larry Dean, Chris, CELESTE, Dring, George, FOURACRES. We've got Anya Mangilano, we've got Annabelle Marlowe, Al Nash, Jack Shep, Emma City, and Paddy Young. Writers will be announced soon. I didn't know that bit. That's news to me. Broadcast live each week. This brand new UK version brings the high wire, anything can happen energy that makes SNL a cultural force now reimagined through a direct, distinct British lens. A new guest host will take the helm each week, putting their distinctive stamp on the SNL formula alongside a chart-topping musical guest. I don't know anything about popular music, so that's not going to be for me. I will be fast-forwarding that section if I do record them, because hopefully I want to be there to watch SNL UK Saturday Night Live for the first time when it airs on Sky. But will it be on Sky, or will it be on Sky Comedy? Or is Sky Comedy going? Because Sky Max and Sky Showcase have been removed to bring back Sky One. So Sky Max has been rebranded Sky One, but they're removing Sky Showcase. And that's recent news. Recent news. Right. Written, rehearsed, and performed in a week of each show. Every episode is staged in front of a live studio audience and features an opening monologue, topical sketches, live music, and UK take on SNL's iconic new satire Weekend Update. Now, I've heard a lot about this Weekend Update based on the Chevy Chase documentary. Why? Why are we doing a UK version of Weekend Update? Can we not have our own segment that's not Weekend Update? Can we have something that isn't that? Can we have our own original version of it? Can we have our own original sketch that isn't Weekend Update? The American version's got Weekend Update. The UK version doesn't, because it doesn't need it. We need everything to be original. The format, yes, is a remake from another country, but we need this to be every bit of content can't be remade. It's like watching Astrid Murder in Paris and realise that most of the stories in that were taken to be reimagined for the UK version. Patience, which I haven't got an issue with, but we don't need that for SNL. Thank you. James Longman, lead producer, said the UK is absolutely packed with incredible talent right now, and this cast represents the freshness voices we have had. They're bold, exciting, and of course, incredibly funny. The chemistry between them is something special, and we can't wait to share this funny group of people with the world. Emma City and Anya Mangilano were both on Taskmaster. Larry Dean's done has done the Raw Variety performance and something else, but I can't think. I'm not too sure which one, but there was one of them, because I actually don't know the actor's name, which is really bad at me, but was on Black Ops, which recently returned for a second series. And apparently one of them, can't remember which one, was on, what is it? Big Boys. But I don't recognise him from Big Boys. Okay. So, Phil Edgar Jones, OBE, Executive Director, Unscripted Originals, said, Force Guy said, we're all laughs. We've all needed a laugh like never before. So we're excited to bring Saturday Night Live. Yep. To the UK, only 50 short years after it first launched in the US of A. The show's long-standing legacy of discovering numerous outstanding comic talent. Yep, comic talent speaks for itself, and this UK version will build on the legacy with support of Lorne Michaels, a brilliant local production team, and exciting new generation of voices. Saturday Night Live, are you looking bright? Yep. Meet the cast. Let's go. So we've got Hammond. Alright, let's meet the cast by using our trusty friend text to speech, but via translation. Let's go that. Well, there. Okay.
Hamden Imashorn. So
Hamden was in Black Ops. He's the one from Black Ops. We've got so not all of the TV credits. Might I just make that clear? So
Ayoade Bamboy.
So Ayoade, she did Swings and Roundabouts at the Edinburgh Fringe, and Rise and Shine with Channel 9 for Channel 4. I think that was a Channel 4 comedy blap. I think that's what that was. I did do a film about comedy blaps over on the Weird Side, but I'm thinking right this second I might transfer it over and add some new caveats to the comedy blap world. They also mentioned their comedy heroes, but I just want to reference where they've been, because we don't really just want to be repeating this article this entire time, do we? No. We've got Larry Dean from the Raw Variety Performance 2024 on ITV and live at the Apollo. Next, we've got the wonderful, if we can make sure it translates correctly,
Celeste String.
We've got Celeste String, who is from Lazy Susan, the BBC Three sketch show, which I think is still available on the BBC iPlayer, and This Country. I don't really remember from This Country, but I remember from the sketch show Lazy Susan. We've got George Fornicate, I think that's how we pronounce his last name. Let's find out. Furicus. I do apologise if the computer translator is mispronouncing it as well as I would have. His credits are Hamlet at Shakespeare's Globe and Steve Netflix, which is a Netflix original film. Anya Magliano, which is easy for me to say apparently, is from Taskmaster and Live at the Apollo, and her own Sky comedy special that came out last year. Plus, she was in the film Deep Cover, which also stars Ben Rufus-Green, who's also in Dinosaur Series 2. That's excellent. I'm currently on Series 2, Episode 4 of Dinosaur, which is a fantastic BBC comedy, and Series 2 is as fantastic. Anyway, that's very much a sidetrack from SNL UK, Saturday Night Live. We've got Al Nash, which credits Michael McIntyre's Big Show on the BBC, and Instagram Heartthrob. Never heard of it, don't know what it is, and it doesn't actually say whether or not it was a show, a sketch, or whatever. I don't know. But apparently, his comedy hero is John Candy. Hopefully, he enjoyed that John Candy documentary, which was fantastic, mind you. Jack Shep, Waiting to be Cool, Having to be Funny, Comedy Night, and Big Boys on Channel 4. Who did he play Big Boys? That'll be an investigation for another day. We've got Emma City, Starstruck, and which was a BBC Three sitcom, not the ITV Stars in Your Eyes remake, and Alan Partridge Live Stratagem, which is available as a recording on Amazon. I went to watch it live. It was phenomenal. And she was on Taskmaster, and she's a bit, so is Anya, and probably Larry Dean. They've appeared on Richard Herring's Leicester Square Theatre podcast. And finally, the one and only Paddy Young. Everyone else burns Channel 4, and Mitchell and Webbs are not helping Channel 4. Brilliant. Now that we've discussed the cast, let's talk about it fully. Personally, if you don't know who they are, you're going to get a better experience out of this than some other people. Now, the reason why I say that is because SNL UK needs to have a fresh feel of brand new people. You've never heard of them before. You've never seen them before. Well done. Now, what makes this interesting, if you will, is that I, personally, only know 3, I think. So it means that I'm still getting that experience of, wow, brand new, but I'm also seeing them in another light, the ones I know. Because Anya Bankila Arno, I just think she's cracking. She's got podcasts. She's fantastic on Taskmaster. And I just can't wait to see what she does here. Emma City, on the other hand, was fantastic in Starstruck. And so she's excellent all round. So I'm curious, but I don't think they need to do a weekend update. Personally, don't think weekend update needs to happen. Couldn't think of something original, but I can sort of see what they're trying to do. People are also complaining about 6 episodes not being enough. Well, it's a trial run. If you want to trial something, you do a pilot, but because this is needs a series to work out what on earth it is, it's got 6 weeks to go. Episode 1 was really good, but that element didn't work. Let's change that for episode 2, because it's all done live and on the fly. They can alter it, they can fix it, they can do all of that. And I just think 6 episodes will help them to feel relaxed. Next time they can do 13 and 14 and so on and so on, if it gets returned for a second series, which it might not do, I don't know. But apparently the other international versions like Quebec, Germany, and all the others didn't really work. And apparently there was a Norwegian version, but technically, according to Wikipedia, it doesn't count. That was Thursday night. And we've attempted this before in the past. I'm not saying that we haven't, but this is the first one that's officially tied up to the US version. So originally we had Friday Night Live, I think it was called, and then we had Saturday Almost Live, that were this sort of Ben Elston's law, and it worked really well. But the thing you've got to think about here is that wasn't technically attached to SNL. So you can say that it took the DNA and the inspiration from SNL, but it wasn't directly. So SNL said, right, we're going to give the rights to Saturday Night Live to UK, or Michaels comes over to help do what he does. But the point is that the Channel 4 stuff wasn't exactly a remake. It was a show inspired by it, heavily inspired by it, as it gets to be referenced on the Wikipedia page, but isn't really a remake or an international version, because it wasn't using the same branding and the same. It wasn't. You couldn't just say, "Oh, there's a UK version." You couldn't say that because there wasn't at that time. Now you can, because it's directly linked to the US version, directly by the creator being involved, by Seth Meyers having some involvement somewhere, and by the cast going to visit the US lot and being a cast, not just a selection of comedians that were really popular at the time, such as Harry Enfield going, "Loads of money!" or so forth and so on. So what you're getting is something that is directly linked to the US version, but I think it puts a British spin on it. So if you look at the UK version of The Golden Girls or Married for Life, they didn't work. But this is more of a, here's our performers there, not just appeared on TV a few times, but are excellent on the circuit. And this is what I think. There is a lot of excellent circuit comedians that don't get enough credit elsewhere, because TV sort of wants to stay safe with its comedians that it's got on telly. But if you watch Next Up, or some Next Up stuff's on ITVX or on Tubi, but Next Up sort of represents the not really that well showcased talent. So a lot of Next Up stuff I've learned a lot of comedians that I now love that I didn't know about before. And I think that we're now slowly giving the talent to these people that have never really had that talent, had that time to shine in a more public light other than just on stage. So Personally, I think that SNL UK is... I can't say it's going to be awful, I can't say it's going to be dreadful, and I can't say it's going to get cancelled after one series, which a lot of people are saying. It's because we don't know that yet. We don't know, and we can't judge. It's like Mock the Week. I didn't want to judge it was going to be bad until I saw it, and then it wasn't bad. But I have to see it to believe it. So overall, I think that I'm excited for A, the cast, and B, the fact that I'm going to be able to watch Saturday Night Live and not think, oh, it's really unfunny. Not because it's American comedy, just because some of the sketches are really dreadful. But hopefully. The documentary was smashing, was fantastic. But Marina Hyde agrees with me, where we both like the documentary, we both like the behind the scenes of it, but we're just not a fan of the show. And so hopefully the UK version really flips my opinion on the whole format of Saturday Night Live. I can't wait for Saturday Night Live on the 21st of March 2026. Will you be joining us? Will it be 9 PM? Will it be 10 PM? What time will it air? Will you be joining us for Saturday Night Live? UK live from London. It's Saturday night. When really it's actually Thursday morning. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.